All right, let's try that again. Just updated XSplit, so had a little bit of an issue there. Thanks for bearing with me. Yeah, let's try again. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for standing by. You know, technical difficulties when you're updating software are always a factor. Anyway, can everybody hear me okay now? Thumbs up. Good. Smash that thumbs up for sound. All right. How's everybody doing? First day back, back from the Litecoin Summit. Obviously, we were here yesterday for Trader Talk, but slightly different format for the show. Today, you're back to hear my ridiculous face ranting about all kinds of good stuff. And yeah, glad you guys enjoyed Trader Talk. We did a short one yesterday with just, well, not a short one, but just a smaller team. It was just Amal and Sneh and I. Was pretty great. Anyway, lots of great content in there. Just having a conversation about it. It's like a crypto talk podcast. So we will be doing those regularly. Hope you guys have been enjoying that stuff. And yeah, if you do, make sure like and subscribe for more of that kind of content. So anyway, let's just jump into it. A couple of things I saw in the news that deserve some attention today. Overall, it started off as a great market day, but it looks like it's maybe cooling off a little bit. Let's just take a look at it, huh? So we are clear up at 1,977 currencies. I believe that is up 8 from yesterday. So 8 new coins on the market. Who knows if they're legit or shit? We don't know, but we'll probably find out. Market cap below the 200 billion mark. Not great. Super bad 24-hour volume there at 12 billion. Bitcoin dominance clear up at 55%. Pretty strong. Lots of money coming out of the alts, and it's showing. Look at the RSI on all of these. Lots of people have been selling, but lots of things up today. The big winner, I'm sure you guys have noticed, is going to be, let's just get on over to it. Big winner today is your favorite and mine. Of course, this is not truly my favorite coin, but hey, why not? Look at that. Ripple is up nearly 18% since yesterday, and that is due to an announcement that they made, which is part of my news coverage. But yeah, look at that, 19%, pretty bold on the daily. So anyway, that is, I believe, due to this. They have partnered with Saudi Arabian Bank, the National Commerce Bank, and they have committed to using the XRapid network. And of course, when big announcements like that happen, that will generally tend to affect the price in a positive manner. So great job for Ripple. Big news. You know, you guys know I'm not a huge fan of it being an overly centralized token. However, still plenty of money to be made. And frankly, if they are driving towards adoption, this can be a bridge from as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, pretty cool stuff. Other than that, let's see what else is happening. Boise, long time no see. Welcome back, my man. Been a while. Ryan Jack, my favorite Litecoin supporter. Jay-Z Drift, what's going on? Elizabeth, hello to everybody. Ryan, sorry you are starving. Feel free to feed yourself while you're watching. Sneh secretly went all in on XRP after last night's stream. Perhaps he did. Can't say, don't know. Went home immediately after the stream last night, like I will be doing tonight, trying to have a little more balance in my life and not just live in the charts all the time. But speaking of living in the charts, I did happen to notice a couple of things today. So obviously Ripple would be the big winner. Personally, I would be looking to watch this. You know, it looks like it might be gearing up for another leg up. So let's just take a look at some of these smaller candles. So guys, this is actually this is why I think this might be gearing up for another leg up. Oh, and it's on Amal's black line again. Right. So generally, these patterns are generally continuation patterns. And since we had this huge fat candle, it looks like it could be getting ready for another leg up. And let's just see if any of the other smaller time frames confirm that. So sell pressure still looking good. Stochastic RSI had posted a bear cross, about to make the bull cross again. And whoops, don't need a trend line in there. I'm trying to open that MACD. Whoops. Come on. Get in there. There we go. So it is looking like it's cooling off there a little bit on the histogram and MACD, although Yeah, we may see a little bit harder push. Let's take a look at these smaller candles, and it does look like sell pressure is starting to increase a little bit as we get down from 30 minutes and under. I would keep an eye on that one. So, I would say you'd be safe to take some profit somewhere in this area if you were in this trade beforehand, but I wouldn't close my position on that entirely if I were in that boat, because I do think it could be prepared for another little leg up. So. Sneh would rather eat dirt than buy XRP. Yeah, Sneh is not a big fan of Ripple. I don't think any of us in Cryptosomniac are, except maybe Sam. I know Sam's a bit of a Ripple supporter. Not necessarily a supporter, but he sees the use case. So, anyhow, yeah, so XRP looking like it's got some potential there. EOS to $100, boys, in 6 months, says Norm Bulldog. That is definitely a bold prediction. Definitely a bold prediction. But I have noticed a number of projects have committed to building on the EOS blockchain now. Some things that I was interested in. So I don't know if you guys have heard of Workcoin. That was one I found at Blockchain Unbound in Puerto Rico. Another one of those CV on the blockchain type projects. But this one is so that, if you hire people abroad, you can verify their reputation, verify that they are qualified with the skill set that they say they do. It's kind of neat. Anyway, so I am hoping we're looking at going to Crypto Invest Summit here in LA, and he's at it, so I'm hoping to maybe get an interview with him and just ask him why particularly it was that he chose the EOS blockchain. But anyhow, that is EOS is definitely got some potential. It's a bold claim. I'm not going to make that claim. But what I did see is a couple other things that you might want to pay attention to. Not necessarily because they're looking good, but just because they are looking like they might be due for a breakdown. So basic attention token was going to be one of those. Now this is one that I am interested in for my long term, but it does seem to have a really hard time staying above this what is that, 2300 Satoshi range there, 2280, 2290. It's got a reasonable amount of historic support for it, and before recent times, that's going all the way back to March was its last low. So it is entering into a dangerously low territory, but I still believe that this is one that's going to get listed on Coinbase in the near future, and we will probably see a pump from that. So this is one that I am starting to feel safe loading up my bags on a little bit. Not financial advice. This is just one I have been keeping an eye on, but the price is kind of hard to beat. It does look like it might be cooling off a little bit more from here, however. So it could come down a little bit more. I would say, I'm looking to pick some up and see somewhere between this 2180 and the 2250 range. See if I can catch one on a bounce, and then look to maybe exit that somewhere between the 2378 and 2480 range, somewhere in there. Just ladder it out. Anyway, but basic attention token, definitely one that I'm looking to add to my long-term stack, and will be keeping an eye on over time, but we'll be swing trading in the near term. Thoughts on Icon? Haven't really paid much attention to Icon lately. I'm kind of sick of all these platform tokens, to be totally honest with you. I think there's a lot of different platforms out there, and we need to see some dApps. There's no real solid functional dApps on the market yet, or nothing that's really I don't know. There's a few, but I think we've got enough platforms for dApps. We need to see some dApps, right? That's going to be the next leg forward. So I'm hoping 2019 will be the year of the dApp, and as we see these projects come out on these blockchains, that will provide some validity to the fact that the blockchains exist. But let's just take a look at Icon for technical analysis. So it's not exactly looking like a falling wedge. This is actually, I actually don't really like the look of what I see here. This looks like a descending wedge to me, or a descending triangle rather, I'm sorry. So we'll just go to here, and then go from here to here. You see it? Even though it's at the end of that, but it could also be a cup and handle, right? It does look like it might be a cup and handle forming when you look at it. And I will say that generally the larger trends will invalidate the shorter term trends. So that is looking like a little bit of a cup and handle. I would say I don't know. This is what I don't like, right? Is every time it tries to go up, it gets slapped back down, and it's the price is enough support, but there's a lot of wicks on here, so it keeps getting pushed back down. Which means to me that the bulls are still, or rather, I'm sorry, the bears are still in control of this at the moment. But let's see. Let's take a look at some smaller time frames. Yeah. So I don't think. I mean, I'll tell you this. Here's how I would play this. If I were going to play this, because this does look a little bit like a cup and handle, if I were going to play this, I would say you'd be safe to enter a trade somewhere between this line right here, so at about 935 sats and the current price line. But I would be looking to exit that trade somewhere between 952 sats and 970 sats, basically, just because I don't know that it will go up above that in the short term. And again, these are let me see what this MACD looks like larger. Maybe, I don't know. That's not enough of a cup there to think that it's going to cross back over for me. Although, well, we saw a wave trend cross on the lazy bear. Yeah, I'm not liking the stochastic. I'm not liking the MACD. Volume looks like it's kind of tapering off. So I would enter caution. I would enter that trade cautiously. I would, I would set a super tight stop loss on that. 933 sats. 930 sats. Yeah, that's how I'd play that one. But again, you're a gambler if you're taking that one. I would not take this trade right now. But you know, if it's something, the price isn't bad again for the total long term. If it's something that you're looking to add to your long term stack, I would say this is a reasonable price to pick some up. Again, this is one that could take off in the bull market, but again, we need to see the bull market actually get confirmation that it's going to occur before I'm jumping into too many risky trades. So, how about that Kyber? Listen, at least Kyber swap works, right? At least it works. It just doesn't have very much liquidity. So, Kyber, I think, is doing great as far as the decentralized exchange goes, but unfortunately, just none of these DEXs have enough liquidity in them to really make it worth trading on. You can have an order fill and get half of your order eaten up in slippage just because there's not enough volume on either end to fill your order instantly. So, troublesome. Anyway, yeah, no problem, Norm. Happy to help. Yeah, let's see. What else? Anything else you guys want me to look at? I had two more that I saw that I wanted to point out, and that was about it. Not a whole lot today, guys. I don't have a huge long stream. I was going to make this one about 30 minutes and bounce. So if there's anything you guys are dying to see, let me know. But I did want to talk about this. So I have been on a big kick for mass adoption lately, and one of the biggest things. Have I told you guys how much I hate banks? I hate banks. The fact that they will constantly, okay, so Wells Fargo opening accounts and ending up, with a number of people having, no idea that they were opening up extra accounts, but this was purely for profit of the banks, not telling them. And then, there was a bunch of people that got hurt from that because they were getting hit with overdraft fees, thinking that they had deposited money into an account and then having money drawn out of one of the other accounts that Wells Fargo opened without telling them. So that is a dirty, dirty trick. Also, the way that they will restructure. So say, for instance, this used to happen to me a lot when I was a poor, broke college student, is I would pay my rent and I would know that I had X amount money left in the account. Or rather, I should say, I'm saying this backwards. I would go out and I would say have got some Starbucks for coffee, had lunch, and then I would go pay my rent. And or that maybe if I paid the rent the following day, and I would notice without fail that the bank would put the rent check through first and then ding me for as many overdraft fees for the other one, so they could just restructure the order that the debits come out for their own profit. Also dirty. Like, that would be horrid. You would get kicked out. Your node would be kicked out of the network for being a bad node if you were doing that in a blockchain system. So I hate banks. But unfortunately, as of right now, they are a necessary evil. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about Bitcoin is 300 times cheaper than wire transfers, and banks are taking an 83% profit. So in addition to the fact that if I wanted to send $1 million to the Philippines right now, I can do it through the bank, and it will take several days. They will take a significant portion of it in order to transfer it, and then they have the option of freezing those assets in the meantime. Whereas with Bitcoin, you send me your wallet address, I send you the money right now. Don't worry, I'm not giving away $1 million. Excuse me. But I can send it there for a fraction of the cost, 30 cents, maybe, you know, at extremely expensive block times. It's still cheaper than a wire transfer from a bank, and certainly much cheaper than a Western Union or something like that. So that's just another thing that I wish more people knew, or really were just had some financial sense to think about this kind of stuff, because I think we would see a larger divestation, or at least more people being willing to hedge their bets against the fiat banking system into the cryptocurrency market. So anyway, another thing I wanted to get on a little mini rant there about. And in the meantime, let's take a look at the next token that I saw that I was interested in. POWR Ledger is up today and is actually looking pretty decent here. So let me get back out to these larger time frames. So POWR Ledger is another one that I was seeing. Now this is looking like a cup and handle, except this is giving me a lot more confidence that this might take off. Again, not super keen on these wicks here, but if we do take a look at some of these smaller time frames, it's kind of defeating my cup and handle look there. But I do see, you know, we've got several green candles in a row, and even though the bears are trying to slap that price down, it looks like it's doing pretty well. MACD looking decent. Histogram going up. Look at all these smaller time frames. That's a lot of confirmation, guys. So I'm feeling pretty good about POWR Ledger. Now I would say this: if I was looking to play this trade right now, I would be looking to pick up somewhere between. I'd be looking to pick up somewhere between 2360 sats and about 2400 sats, and then I'd be looking to exit the trade somewhere between about where let's see, like 2497 all the way up to the tip of this wick over here, and you get, you know, I'm saying I would be laddering out along the way all the way up to 2680. So pretty significant amount of potential gain there, right? Up to 20%. Again, I am not 100% confident that's going to happen, but that does look pretty good to me. RSI is looking a little bit run up right now, but everything else is looking decent. So anyway, POWR Ledger was looking good to me today. I'm considering taking a trade on that. And then one more bit of not as good news is, you guys know I'm a real big fan of Ontology, and would love to add some more of this to my stack, but this is looking like it might break down a little bit from there. Again, we see, so, oops, I'm looking at the 2 hour. So I was looking at the daily, so this is looking a little bit like a descending triangle here again for me as well, right? I mean, that should be pretty obvious to you guys before I drew that trend line. But that's what that's looking like there. So I'm thinking Ontology has some move down to go. The volume has been tapering off pretty significantly, and looking in these smaller time frames, RSI, awful run up. Oops, I keep trying to draw lines, and I don't want to draw lines. There we go. So the histogram, on the histogram, it looks like it's starting to, yeah, see, it looks like it's starting to cut back over there. I was saying for the 2 hour, see here to here, not a huge dip, but then when you look at the 1 hour, etc. So I think Ontology is going to break down a little bit. Something to keep an eye on. Again, this is one I like for the long term, but I'm not holding any currently, trying to pick some up at a cheaper price for a longer term hold. All right, let's see. What else? What else? What else? How about Kyber? Been there. All right. So what's with the marks on your head, bro? Charlie Lee punched me in the face. That's not true. That's not true. But you guys, okay, yeah, you see this? It's because I'm an idiot. I crashed on my bike. But I like the rumor that Charlie Lee punched me in the face. So feel free to perpetuate that. Yeah, he's been known to violence. I saw him take down somebody clearly on Telegram. He's a former high school rep. No, it wasn't Charlie Lee at all. I didn't even get to talk to Charlie Lee, unfortunately. But I did see him quite a few times there at the Litecoin Summit. enough other people were taking shots at Charlie Lee. I didn't need to. Anyway, yeah, don't worry about those. I'll heal up nice. That's what happens when you crash into bushes. All right, let's see. BTC USD. Well, it looks like my main man Amal jumped in there and got on that one for me. Yeah, usually I start off with the Bitcoin, but let's go over and take a look at it. Let me clear some of this garbage. I got a lot of crap on this chart right now. And yeah, Amal was talking about this last night. You know, we were running up against the confluence of all of these indicators, and Bitcoin has broken down as Amal was predicting. I think I think a lot of us in the Cryptosomniac community are thinking that the somewhere between the 58-6K range is the next step down. And again, this is yeah, there we go, right at 58.14, because it's bounced off that before. So hopefully we find a price bottom there, but it all kind of depends. I think the ETF approval or denial could play some more havoc with that, and we will see. We will see. I will not be entering any trades in Bitcoin in the near term right now. I've got most of my Bitcoin and ETH stack sitting in fiat right now. Yeah. Anyway, we need a culling of the bad projects. We do 100%. Aaron Levi. No, is the bike okay? Yeah. No, a bicycle. I'm a cyclist. Guys, did you know that? I don't know if you guys know that. I'm a fixie gear guy, and I also race in the velodrome. You know, go fast, turn left. So I was not racing in the velodrome, but I do that. Yeah, I like to ride bicycles. That's how I stay so slim. But anyway, sometimes you ride your bike, and you know, I ride a fixed gear bike with no brakes around the city. However smart that is or not, that's what I ride. And you know, occasionally it's a little tricky to stop when you're trying to skid. So it happens. Things happen. It's all I can say. Anyway, we're not here to talk about my face. We're not here to talk about my hobbies. We're here to talk about crypto. So let's talk crypto. But the bike is okay. VeChain Thor. Again, it's an alt. It's nothing I'm looking into at the moment for VeChain. I think VeChain is a solid project, but I wouldn't touch it at the moment. You're a mountain bike man, JZ Drift. Nice one, man. I got a cousin who's a diehard mountain biker. You guys are crazy. Do you do the downhill stuff? Do you wear the armor? I always see the guys with the massive helmets and the chest plates and stuff. It looks like it looks very scary and a great way to hurt yourself. I have a cross bike and I've wrecked on it a few times, so I try to stay out of the dirt. I try to keep it to the pavement. Anyway, so yeah, Aaron Levi says we need a culling of the bad projects. That's exactly what I say. This is bananas. This is horse feathers. Trying not to swear. 1977. There are so many garbage products. There are so many garbage repeat projects on the market. As a matter of fact, I just wrote a report specifically about mainstream adoption and how garbage projects are really harming the industry pretty badly. Which is why I think, you know, some of these KYC solutions that are coming out are going to have a very at least solid use case in the near term, and hopefully in the long term, assuming that we do achieve mainstream adoption. So let's see. Still feel very strongly that the good alts like Litecoin and ETH are being dragged down by crappy coins. Yeah, I think you're 100% right, Aaron. There's so much garbage in the space, and I mean, honestly, getting wrecked by all these altcoins is a surefire way to shake people's faith in the legitimate projects. So, you know, a lot of people don't even understand that these things are different. They just know that people they know got wrecked in that Bitcoin thing, and they don't want to touch it. So it's scaring off a lot of mainstream, and I don't think that's a good thing for the space. Make sure I am not ignoring anybody over on Twitter. What's happened? I don't know how to pronounce this. Quartz vinyl. It's the only person saying hello, not missing any comments, but hello to everybody over on Twitter. Anybody watching on Facebook right now? I think that I figured out how to get it back to stream on the group, but, or rather not the group, but on the Facebook page, but I don't see it, so I'm not sure. Anyway, all my alts are in BTC, even POWR. Lost so many sats. Yeah, I'm with you, brother. I rode the hodl train way too long this year. But you know, that is literally why I close every single stream with keep your stop losses tight. You only have to learn that lesson painfully one time before you are a strong proponent of a stop loss like me. Anyway, all right, guys. Let's see. Anything else anybody wants to look at? That was literally everything I saw in the market today. Oh, just wanted to say one more thing. Hester Pierce still speaking out. You gotta love Hester Pierce, right? Ultimately, the short version of it is she's just repeating what she said before. The SEC should not evaluate the entire Bitcoin market, just the viability of products like exchange traded funds, which Hester Pierce is a nice voice of reason in this market amongst regulators. So not that I still think, you know, I still think the ETF could potentially harm the market, personally, could. But I also think it could, and I think it's probably more likely, bring a lot of institutional money in. And as more institutional money gets in, assuming it doesn't all come in from one or two places, it should give a more robust nature to the market, less volatility. You know, there'll still be enough volatility for us traders to make our money here and there, but I think overall less volatility in the market is what's going to attract mainstream people. And ultimately, guys, I'm a mainstream adoption guy. I want everybody to use this. We're starting to see signs of it. Cash App offering Bitcoin, Yahoo being able to buy Bitcoin. So we're starting to see people opt in, but I think they are still opting in because they see that they can extract fiat value from it. So what I'm hoping for is the day that they buy in because they are valuing things in Satoshis, right? Kind of like when you learn to speak a new language and you start having dreams in that language, you know you're actually fluent. Same kind of thing. When we start seeing bigger companies valuing things in Satoshis, I think that is what will define mainstream adoption. And you know, in the meantime, I would like to see more people opting in. I would like to see less scams so that people are less afraid of it and more likely to opt in. And that's gonna wrap up my rant for the day. So let's see what else. Live and learn. Yeah, live and learn. Leverage is life. Yeah, man. Leverage trading is well, it's risky, but it can certainly pay off big if you place your bets correctly. All right, guys, that's about it for me. I didn't even set up for a crypto giveaway, so give me a second because I don't want to say I'm going to do it and not do it because that would just be scummy. So let's get a look at my channel. Facebook, Cryptosomniacs, and Twitter. So I know Boise is cringing because I have been so tight at doing these giveaways and I totally neglected to set it up. Sorry, Boise. My bad, dude. Whoops, no, random number generator is what I'm looking for there. Great. And let's see. Did you guys, well, here, while we're at this, how many of you guys watched the stuff I streamed over the weekend from the Litecoin Summit? Just tell me up here in the chat. How many? Anybody? Anybody watch these? There was actually some really good stuff. We had some other cool panels. We had like some impromptu panels amongst the YouTubers, which I will be uploading shortly. But I strongly recommend you guys check these things out. There were some really good conversations and a lot of good opinions. I think Busto did an awesome job of curating the YouTubers for this. I mean, obviously, I might be a little bit biased since they included us, but there was a lot of really intelligent and articulate people there. Which will be starting to come on our Trader Talk show. So anyway, I think you would do yourselves a favor to go over there and check it out. And also, if you want to see me grill Changelly a little bit, I got a session with their CEO and ask him, why does Monero hate you? So treat yourself to that. Always fun. Anyway, let's see. Where was the last video that I gave away some crypto or that we were talking about it? It was this one. So let me pause that so it doesn't get crazy. And then where are our videos here? That was from Trader Talk. I think this was the last one. Nope. That is an old one. I think it might not have gotten on Facebook. So then Twitter, notifications, and let's scroll way back with the way back. Boy, it might be too far out of my recent notifications to come up. Wouldn't that be a drag? Trader Talk Live. Sorry, I know you guys love watching me scroll through these things. This makes for great content. Super exciting. You can look at these things and laugh at how bad Charlie Lee beat me up. Good heavens. Panel Q&A. Yep, still scrolling through. Wow, lots of lots of content around the Litecoin Summit. Can I get back far enough to get to these? All right, there's Sam's last video. Good God. Will I be at World CryptoCon in Vegas? I don't think so. I believe Snay might be there for Monarch, but I don't think I'm going. So, yeah, I don't think, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. If I can get press passes, I will. I'm definitely going to Crypto Invest Summit here in Los Angeles. So if you guys are there, I would love to see you. If we're still working with them, if at all they give us any discounted ticket links, I will of course post them in the description. I certainly did that for the Litecoin Summit for anybody that wanted to go. So yeah, of course I will keep you posted. And yeah, I know, man. I got to stay out of Vegas, man. I like to spend some time at the craps table, and I've already been doing enough gambling in the crypto market this year. So, yeah, I got to stay out of Vegas. Also, I melt. Look how pale I am, man. I am like the whitest dude. Hold on. Let's just, oh, here, look. I mean, is that really too far off of this shade of white? I'm pasty. I'm so white. I don't do so hot in the sunshine. The good news is I can stay indoors in LA a lot. You got a discount for me? Well, here's the thing, guys. I'm press. I'm not paying to go to a conference. That's crazy talk. I cover events, so if they'll give me tickets, I'll go. But then it's just the travel that goes along with it. So that's ultimately what it comes down to. I got to pick and choose. I'd have to look at it. I don't even know who's on the speaker lineup to see if it's something I'd be super excited about. Not to knock it, of course. I'm not trying to down talk it at all. I'm just saying I don't know enough about it, and I've been trying to be a little choosier about which conferences I go to, specifically just travel budget. Stuff gets expensive. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, you gotta watch the bushes. They'll jump right out at you. All right, let's do this crypto giveaway, and then I gotta get out of here, guys. So we have how many comments? Great, good. We got all kinds of nice people saying nice things over here. Fun. Great. All right, and nothing on Facebook, so this will be a fairly simple one. We'll go 1 to 2. Close my eyes. Click it 3 times. There's no place like home. Number 1. So number 1 is YouTube, and on YouTube we have 1, 2. Hold on. That's my reply, I think. Yep, great. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people eligible, and technically only 1 because everybody's commenting without their. Oh no, we got 2 people with an ERC. 3 people with an ERC 20. All right. So well, that makes it very easy, doesn't it? 3 people. Close my eyes and no place like home. Number 3, which means Simon Phillip. Simon Phillip, you just won yourself some free crypto. I will have somebody from my team reach out and get that sorted. Thank you for providing it. And guys, if you want to be eligible for a free crypto, in the future, same thing. Post a comment below with tell me what are your favorite coins through the end of the year. We'll go on Sam's tip. What are your 3 favorite coins through the end of the year and your ERC20 address, and you will be eligible to win. If you are on Twitter, I need a retweet and a like. And if this is somehow streaming on Facebook and you are watching on Facebook, then pretty please give me a like and a share over there. You will be eligible on the next stream. Again, this XSplit update has kind of screwed up streaming to the page, so I apologize to everybody who normally watches on Twitter. And with that, guys, I'm Jason from Cryptosomniac. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and share. Tell your friends where all the best crypto content is. Hint, some of it's here. Some of it's here. And keep your stop losses tight. I will see you guys next time. Hey guys, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Monarch Token. Monarch is an all-in-one payment platform for merchants, consumers, and investors. The wallet is live now for Mac and PC and also available for iOS on the App Store. Find out more about their ongoing private sale and upcoming token sale at monarchtoken.io. What's up, guys? This is Jason from Cryptosomniac, here to talk to you about our Advantage program. What is it? It's like carrying the live stream around in your pocket 24/7. We have full-time technical analysts and research staff regularly charting coins and looking into ICOs and upcoming projects to help you make your best decision. Don't miss out on the next bull run. Stay as informed as possible. Head over to cryptosomniac.com/advantage for your free 14-day trial now. Don't miss out. We'll see you in the Moon Lounge.